And so I want to bring a very critical warning to three entities. First, the President of Kenya. Second, the Church of Christ. And third, the economy. I show you things that I see. I'm not a prophet, far be it. I'm not even close to one. But I can tell you, I'm a seer. I was seeing yesterday the original thing. I saw a spirit busy working, planting weed in January. Then uprooting harvest. I said, what's this? Economic harvest, financial harvest, uprooting. So that the only option left, there is a way that seemeth right. This is my letter to the President of Kenya. There is what you told people you are going to do that made you sit on that seat. Is that true? Yes. Is that true? Yes, sir. Is that true? Yes, sir. We understand you are not in office, so you most of the time, when you speak things out of office, when you get to the office, the reality of the office hits you. We understand. Be bold enough to come out. Don't make people assume. It's going to cost you. Come out and tell the people, I know I promised you this. Don't assume. But give me some time. You are more honorable when you respond than when you don't. So people tend to think that you are taking them for granted. Our great David, I beg you and I beseech you by the mercies of God. Meanwhile, there is what he has done that many opposition leaders don't want you to know. And I've told you the president must come and look at what he has done. And those of you that always fight it, go and check the price of Kerea, Netwanin, Unga. But you see, the price of Unga can reduce. Na zingine zipande. Let David, give him time to balance the economy. Kenya, I want to say this with all humility. Their tax is the easiest way to recover for a nation. The government's baby is called tax. The Bible tells us to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. It is biblical to pay tax. Because a nation is built by taxation. Government, even as you are charging people, be within the framework that doesn't kill. Now, if you charge people and kill them, who will you charge after 5 years? Accommodate a type of tax that can grow the nation and at the same time grow the people. Let there be a balance in evil. Kenya, you will notice that your January is very weird. It's not a coincidence. God has laid out this year to be a very harvestful year. But before you say amen, we will need to have the tools for the harvest. That's the economic part. Kenya is going to nations are going to start giving free. I speak to you in parables. But if you lack the ability to administrate, you leaders that cheat the people, if there is a project, for example, the CS, I know her and she's my friend. I saw that the other day they are building houses here. Is that true? Makeji, 2 minutes from me. First of all, I should be in that boat. I should know how much is coming so that in case anyone wants to steal, we will shout it. Kill us later. You're already dead. How can you go to the mortuary and threaten a man? My advice to the economy, the easiest way to support what the president was saying, you must allow the people within that framework to find jobs. You leaders, you are very weird sometimes. Because you know you have taken a project. How is it that you come to Moranga and ship people from a certain constituency? And the people within that place are lacking. What do you think will happen to that project? They will fight it. Because they are not Benin. It's common sense. I appeal to every governor and every leader, when you do a project, let the people that are within that project benefit from. Let's say, for example, you are using bulldozers and they are not from the government. You can't bring a bulldozer from Lake Nakuru. How did it even drive? Usiku mtu ameng'ang'ana. What's the speed of a bulldozer? And where the houses are being built, next there are bulldozers. Why don't you hire those ones? It's because you know you have an interest and the company belongs to you. You're not willing to build the people. So I speak economically. There will be an uprising of resources. But if it is again administrated as what we know, the beginning, if the beginning is messed up, Kenya will still suffer. We are in a space. I've seen how heaven has opened. Those three things I'm telling you will work. Let every project be administrated by the community through which that project is finding expression in. Is that true? Is that true? I came to know in this vision I saw yesterday, the economy has a life of its own. The economy can decide to bend the church. The economy can decide it. All the economy needs to do is to be hard. And once the economy is hard, the church will bend and play the tune of the economy. So because there is nothing coming to the church, the man can start lying to progress. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Do you understand? And Jesse begat David. Then the first name was given. All of them had no rank. Because now, with Abraham, God began something and he showed it by Abraham. The second beginning was David. He began to express two things: a king and a territory. So he wanted to litter and show people the kingdom. So he now littered king and territory. They still didn't see it. They saw David. So because that hope was blotted out and Satan knew, he didn't want people to know that you can rule for God over a territory. He blotted that hope out. So Jesus needed to bring the third beginning, which is the last beginning. You know what beginning that is? Look here. And Jesse begat David, and that David was called what? King. So kingly matters started manifesting. Jesus began showing the church that he is interested in leadership. Are you here and you are a leader? You find that you are agitated every time things happen wrong. That's the call of leadership. Don't be afraid. In this beginning, go and lead. Being a king is part of us. You know, many of you have not been taught the two dimensions that are found in the book of Revelation. He has made us a kingdom of priests. If we are going to operate this kingdom on this earth, we will need two dimensions. The first dimension is called king. The second dimension is called priest. That's why David was not here to administrate priestly things. If these two things do not play part, Kenya is going to a worse territory. Ecclesia, the third one. Born Jesus, who is called Christ. Ecclesia, this is for you. The one that was born is called who? I knew you were going to mess it. You didn't hear my question. The one who was born is called who? But the one who is, that one Jesus, we didn't know Christ until Peter. You're not? He wants you to know the Christ. Many of you know Jesus, but you really don't know his purpose for coming. And this is why we argue. We know that he is Jesus. Muslims know it. It's in evil. But they don't know the Christ. The problem is this Jesus is also called the Christ. Ecclesia 2024. Christ desires that you should know him. I've spoken on 3 realms: presidency, and that is cabinet and all leaders, governors, and whoever you are. I've spoken on the economy, and I've spoken on what? Ecclesia. The church must be the hope where balance is stricken anytime there is an economic downfall. Is that true? In fact, the real essence of tithing is recorded in Malachi. Maybe one of the essence. Just leave alone the windows of heaven. There are many ways to open. I don't want to teach that. I told you I will never teach on tithing unless the Lord tells me. That's why many people ask me about tithing. I don't. We're scared to venye utaskia. I have a reason why I don't teach it. There are things that are childish. We have deeper, weightier kingdom matters than talking about tithing. How can you be born again for 10 years and you don't know what is tithe? You don't know. And because people are attacking it, now you join them. It's because you know you don't like giving. So you are using for a way not to give. But if I teach you on tithe, you won't recover. So I leave it. The deeper matter there is not tithe. It's offer your body as a living. So if you can't offer a tithe at 10%, what about your own body? We can't talk about little things and deeper things cannot be spoken of. We can't. That's just, the Lord will give you understanding. See me, not through me. Unless he commands me, he is the commander. But not me. I will not take a teaching on tithe and teach it. Who are you?